In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD, there was a guy named James, not too different from you or me. He worked at Schaffrillas Institute, just another face in a crab costume. He did a good job making videos, but his bosses didn't like that he didn't watch Manos. I didn't really think of through this parody. We'll send him cheesy movies, the worst we can find. La la la, he'll have to sit and watch them all, and we'll monitor his mind. Now keep in mind, James can't control where the movies begin or end, because he used those special parts to make his robot friends. Yeah, I guess we're robots in this parody. Oh no, here we go. Robot, roll call. Hal, yeah, I'm here. William is also here. James, oh god, I really didn't think this through, did I? And other science facts. Fuck. As you yourself is just a show. I should really just relax on Mystery Science Theater, except it's too many movies, 1,000. Oh boy. Hey everybody, welcome to the Satellite of Love. Just kidding, it's Too Many Movies, the podcast where we discuss DVDs, Blu-rays, and even the occasional VHS tape. I'm your host, Hal, and with me here today, James, William. They're here again.
Just like last Halloween. Except most of you guys wouldn't remember because you put my name in front of his name, so no one actually clicked on the episode.
Whoops. This is before Halloween. Anyway, yeah, we're here. James, William, guess what?
What?
We watched a movie.
We did?
We did.
Oh,
we did.
I guess I blocked that out of my memory. I wonder why.
But, James, we just finished it 5 minutes ago.
I work fast at blocking stuff out.
I gotta hand it to you. You're really good at it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good joke, William, because we are talking about...
You know what movie we watched last year? Evil Dead. You know what he does in that movie? He cuts his hand off.
That's true. No, that's Evil Dead 2, actually.
Damn, continuity errors? What is this? Manos, the Hands of Fate?
Oh,
nah.
We brought it back. Anyway, dudes, we're here to talk about Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Everyone's favorite movie.
Yeah, everybody's favorite movie.
Wow. I sure loved it.
I'm sure there's at least two people who would say it's unironically their favorite.
Yeah. William, you're good at explaining things. Please explain to the audience what Manos, the Hands of Fate is.
Should I just get into the backstory immediately?
Yes, might as well. We want to cover all grounds.
All right, yeah. Because, well, I guess first we'll ask, because we already asked James this before we watched, but James, before watching the movie, did you know anything about it besides the title?
Nope, nothing at all.
You literally only knew the title and that it's apparently infamous.
Yes, that is all I knew.
But you were unaware of how infamous.
Yeah, I didn't know what the movie was about, like what happens, why it's infamous. I knew it was bad, that's all.
The explanation I gave you in the call is basically, I said, so you know how babies say that Plan 9 from Outer Space is the worst movie ever made? Adults say Manos, the Hands of Fate is one of the worst movies ever made.
Yep.
This is up there with likes of, obviously, Plan 9, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, those kinds of Robot Monster, Beast of Yucca Flats, one of the infamous movies from the 50s and 60s that gets slapped with worst movie ever on it. Monster Go-Go, Incredibly Strange Creatures, like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, that's not the full title of that movie, by the way. The full title of that movie is The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies.
It's true.
It was billed as one of the first monster movie musicals.
Ooh.
Wait, that movie was a musical?
It was supposed to be.
Okay.
Didn't quite pan out.
No.
It's just, it amounts to a couple people doing open mic night, and then a zombie shows up every 20 minutes.
Wow. Sounds incredible.
No. Okay, so I'm sure for those who haven't heard of it, the movie was directed by a bold, bright, brand new voice in cinema by the name of Harold P. Warren, also known as Hal P. Warren.
Ooh.
Wow.
How could you do this
And
to us?
so who was Warren? Warren was both an insurance and fertilizer salesman from Texas. That's right. He was a fertilizer salesman, an insurance salesman, and director of Manos Hands of Fate.
Wow.
So he was selling you shit 3 different ways.
Yeah. It's nice to have hobbies, I guess.
A good joke that I totally didn't tell the first time.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you totally didn't tell it when we were watching the movie and saved
Yeah.
it for the recording.
Nope.
So yeah. Now you might be wondering, why was a shit salesman trying to make a movie? How did someone with no experience in film at all write and direct a movie?
Good
Well,
question.
he did it on a bet.
Really?
Yeah, this movie was made because of a bet.
I guess that checks out. Yeah, I mean, like, nothing about this movie feels like anyone behind the camera knew what they were doing. Like, just
Correct.
And that's because the director wasn't behind the camera; he was in front of it a lot.
yeah.
Because he's the main
True,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And even then, he's barely in the movie because he's unconscious for half of it.
yeah, I mean, he's got to direct somehow. But yeah, very much feels like just random people decided to make a movie without knowing anything about how to do it.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, you know what? It's consistent. Yep.
The theatrical debut was poorly received and it only played at the Capri Theater in El Paso and some random drive-ins around Texas and New Mexico. It stayed obscure for like 3 decades until eventually MST3K did their episode on it, and that's where a lot of people know about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, that's how I discovered it, was through the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
I first heard about it just because, like, looking general, like, film history up, you find, like, what are the worst movies ever? And, like, it's obviously one of the popular names.
Yeah, exactly. That too.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask that question now, or do you want to say that for the end?
We might as well ask it now because it's pretty
the obvious
funny.
One.
Exactly, yeah.
Hal, do you think this is the worst movie ever made?
No, definitely not.
See, I thought I was going to have 2 different answers for that based on, like, the context of it, but, like, even then, like, yeah, it's bad, but honestly, I feel like even from this time period, we've seen more sloggy movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We've seen more movies where nothing's happened.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a case of it's been, well, years since it first happened, in which case I'm sure at the time people were like, this is the worst thing ever. And it's like, yeah, of course they're going to say that at that time. But guess what? That was over 50 years ago.
Yeah.
A lot of movies have come out in the past 50 years.
Yeah.
And I look, and you know, like, honestly, like, here's the thing. This was in the 60s. So, like, there was more work that had to be done to be able to actually even get the stuff to make a movie in the first place.
Right, exactly.
I look at stuff like what we've seen, like the Brett Kelly stuff, Homicycle, Conga TNT, Ouija Shark, but like stuff like Shark Exorcist, that Phantom of the Opera from 2014 I found out about 2 weeks ago.
Joker's Poltergeist.
The stuff that is in a genre I like to call Walmart camcorder.
Yeah.
Where you can just like get like a decently nice HD camera for like $200 at like Walmart or something, if even that much, and just download any editing software and you can make a movie.
Yeah.
Back then, there was more effort that needed to be put into it. Like, I look at Manos, and for all its faults, at least it looks like a movie.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, it's like these modern terrible movies have less of an excuse, I guess, because now it's like
they look more like bad TV. They look like 90s TV episodes more than they look like a movie.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I would agree. I would say something like Conga TNT or Ouija Shark is much, much worse than something like Manos. As much as I love Megan Bacon, it is true.
Yeah.
At least it looks like a movie is my defense for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I generally like think a movie is like one of the worst things I've seen if it has like no redeeming qualities whatsoever. And like a redeeming quality for me can be just ironic enjoyment. Like if I find something so bad it's funny, then like that's something I got out of it. And I could definitely say that happened in Manos. So Manos is kind of like disqualified from being one of the absolute worst movies I've seen.
Did that redeeming quality start with a T?
Yeah, I guess so. But also just yeah, well, we'll get to him. But also like the whole second half just devolved into nonsense and chaos, and I was kind of entertained by that.
As opposed to the nonsense that took up the first half of the movie.
like the first half was very like boring to me. Like it was funny how incompetent it was at like telling the story and like being scary, but it wasn't like nothing really happened that like was gonna stick with me. But then the second half, it's just like none of this makes sense anymore. It's so stupid. I kind of enjoyed that.
It's almost like the movie was made by an insurance salesman.
Suspicious.
And you know what else?
What?
At least the movie is only 70 minutes long.
Yeah, that's true. It felt longer, though. It kind of felt like an eternity, especially during the first half.
Yeah. Just because there's a lot of scenes that just play that are just stretched out, where you're just like,
do something.
Really, do something. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like a good example of that though is like right in the beginning where like we made a point of bringing it up. There's shots of them just driving, and there's B-roll like them looking through the windows where nothing's happening. Fun fact: that's supposed to be the B-roll for the opening credits. They forgot to put the credits in.
That's fine. It's no big
That's
deal.
the level of movie we're at with Manos. They forgot to put the credits in it.
Incredible.
Now, to be fair, I'm sure the people in the credits didn't want to be associated with the movie, but you know, it's it's still common practice to credit the people who worked on it.
I read you the reviews and other trivia about the movie. The cast and crew who went to the premiere ran out of the theater and hoping they wouldn't be recognized. There's only
a scene from Ed Wood.
There's only one other movie I can think of where I heard of something like that, and it was The Giant Claw, where the main actor went to his premiere, and in that movie, none of them knew what the actual bird prop looked like yet. So when the giant, terrible-looking bird showed up on screen, everyone started laughing at it, and the actor was so embarrassed that he left.
Aww.
That's like the only other movie I heard something like that happening at, and that's just a matter of because of a poor choice on the prop department, not because of the actual movie. Well, maybe the actual movie, I don't know. Most of that movie's hate is because of the prop, but also most of the movie's love is because of the prop.
Right, exactly.
But for Manos, it's like, no, we don't want to be associated with this anymore. Get us out of here. And that's only the staff that went to the premiere, because one of them wasn't alive anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I can think of no other better introduction to Torgo than just explaining that the actor for Torgo killed himself because he hated working on the movie so badly.
Yeah.
Like he killed himself after production. That's not a joke, that's just sad.
Yeah. But you know what isn't sad? Torgo the character. We love Torgo.
That's part of the movie.
Torgo's incredible.
Because he's a character. Like, he's the only actor in the movie giving a performance. I use that word lightly and in air quotes, but
he's actually acting.
Yeah,
exactly. He's trying to come out like more so than any of the wives, than the family, even the master. Like, you don't get a sense that these are characters. You just get a sense that, oh, they showed up on set one day. Torgo at least is some sort of character.
He is a character.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, he is a character.
Is he a good character? Don't know. Different question. He's a character, though.
He sure is.
He sure is. He sure is. Yeah.
So what's the plot of this movie?
I was just going to ask.
The plot of the movie is, have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes.
It's that, but worse. It's that, but bad.
Yeah.
It's also Tourist Trap, but bad.
Yeah.
They go to a shack in the desert. Fucked up shit happens.
And what came first, Manos or Texas Chainsaw? Oh, right, Manos did.
Well, you know why? Because Well, because
Yeah.
they have chainsaws in that movie, and you know how you use a chainsaw? With your hands.
That's so true.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Oh, you know what? We need to actually talk about that quick, too, before anything. So, okay, because we didn't tell James this before. The title of the movie, Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Right.
Manos.
Yeah, I don't actually know what that
James.
means.
James, did you take 7th grade Spanish?
I did, but I don't know what it means.
Manos is the Spanish word for hands.
What? Are you fucking serious? What?
So what does that make the full title?
Hands! The hands of fate!
That's amazing. You know what?
Yeah.
I can think of no better title, you know?
It's almost as if the movie was made by a fertilizer salesman.
It's like it's like you just know he thought he was clever with that.
He thought
we'll
no
call
one
it
would
Manos, because it's the Spanish word for hands.
Yeah.
And he thought that white people in the 60s would be too stupid to know that. Which, correct,
Yeah.
but...
You know what? I was too stupid to know that, so that's... Yeah, good job.
As we all
You
know,
really fooled me.
nobody in America speaks Spanish.
Oh, boy. That's incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't decide if I like the movie more or less now after knowing that fact. Wow.
Yeah.
And you just know that there are some people in the audience reading that title like, isn't that just a Spanish word for hands? Yeah, we know, we got there.
Yeah, we got there.
Yep.
We've known. It's the joke.
The only people who didn't know, well, was James and the filmmakers.
Yep.
And if they did know, they thought they were clever when really they just look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking stupid in Manos? No.
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 No. You know, I will say, I thought we would be more bored during the movie because I don't remember much. And to be fair, if you watch this by yourself, it's going to be miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, we were smart and we watched it all together. And
Yeah.
as a so bad as good movie that plays well to a group, it does play well to a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
It actually
I
is
agree.
fun with friends, which is the point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I can, if you're looking for something to watch during a bad movie night, well, Manos survived this long for a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It does work for that, genuinely.
Sure.
Yeah, and we're experts when it comes to bad movie nights, so
Yep.
take
Yeah,
our
we
word
do
for
this
it.
almost every week for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yep.
For some reason.
True.
We're still not sure why we keep going at this point.
I don't know. We got to get through the whole wheel.
Yeah, we gotta get through the whole wheel.
Yeah, well, we keep adding things to it.
Man. It's a fool's errand.
Yeah, it's just like credit card debt.
Oh. Too real.
And you know how you swipe a credit card? With your hand?
That's
Yes.
so true. Oh my god.
But yeah, William, what is the plot of Hands, the Hands of Fate?
They go to, a family was going on vacation. They stop at a shack for the night.
Yep.
Hijinks ensue.
Well, you can't stay here, but there's no way out. It's going to be dark soon. There's no way out
Even
of
though
here.
it
You
looks
can't
completely
stay here.
bright. Like, I don't
There's
know.
like that, because there's that shot where like they go in the house and then it cuts back to Torgo and the director, and it's daylight again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you feel about the shot at the end of the movie where it's supposed to be raining, even though you can tell the sun is still out?
Oh, I didn't even like
And
process that.
And to denote that it's supposed to be raining, they just play a loud boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which sounds more like a nuclear explosion than like actual
Oh
thunder.
yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was a gunshot.
a nuclear explode.
Because the previous scene had,
'Cause
had a
Tex-
gun
'cause
in
Texas.
it, so I thought that was like continuing.
A nuclear
okay.
explosion in Texas, impossible. Now, Nevada,
My La Bomb.
They killed
It
people.
lay. I have borrowed my Manos.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's the thing with this movie is that the story is ever so simple. Like, yeah, a family goes on vacation, they come across a shack, they stay for the night, hijinks ensue. So the way they pad it out is
Torgo.
well, they pad it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Torgo.
Yeah, just every.
They go outside. The dog died, apparently.
Yeah.
They go back inside. They yell at Torgo again. Oh, we can't leave. The car's broken.
I know.
We go back inside. We yell at Torgo.
Yeah, and every shot is like
I forget what
ever
happens.
so slightly
we yell at
too
Torgo.
long. Like it just every shot just keeps going, and you're just like, okay, are we gonna move on now?
There's like one shot I noticed in the beginning where like there were those two random teenagers who were making out for literally the whole night apparently, and like when the cop goes up to the one lady and asks her what's sort of like something, she just like you see her like fixing her wig, looking at the camera, going and like just a couple seconds too late. Would you leave? Like you can just tell that was actually just the actress getting into place and getting ready to do the take.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so blatant that, well, again, this movie was made by an insurance salesman.
Wow.
Like I was saying while we were watching, like it looks like that's her getting ready for the shot, and then as I was saying that before I finished the sentence, I realized, oh no, but that's exactly what's happening. It probably is.
Oh yeah.
It probably is.
Oh man. Oh Manos. Never change.
It can't.
Yeah.
It can't.
True.
Never change scenes because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It just keeps on the same shot every time.
They had one set.
One set.
You told me that the actual story of that is that it literally just was an abandoned shack they found.
No, I just made that up.
Oh.
I mean, that might be what it is, but I made that up.
Oh, I
'cause
believed
thought
you.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it sounds believable, doesn't it? I mean, you look at that
True.
shack, you're just like, this looks like something that was actually abandoned. And you see the couch, it has all these stains of mysterious liquids that you don't want to find out what that is. But yeah, like
It's either
it looks...
water, booze, piss, or cum. One of the four.
One of the four.
Take
and
your pick.
Each one is as disgusting as the last.
Yep.
I have no idea if it like I actually came across it, but I would not be shocked in the slightest that they just happened upon an abandoned shack in the middle of nowhere in Texas and were just like, perfect. Like, I guess when it comes to like the set design, they probably just put like a bunch of those hand statues. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of hand statues on the fireplace because, as we all know, the movie's called Manos, the Hands of Fate.
And I just gotta wonder, did they come up with the title first and do all that, or did they just randomly do it because they thought it looked cool or creepy, and then call the movie that later? I don't know.
I think they would have called it that later. Like, there's no way they planned that far ahead with, like, the set design and everything.
We're just gonna put a bunch of hands on there. It'll look cool and creepy.
Yeah. Because as we all know, hands are creepy. Oh God, I have them attached to my body!
Oh, no.
Now granted, Manos is a thing said in the movie. It's the name of their evil demon god or something.
Or something, yeah. That's the thing. It's like, it's never...
The evil demon god named Hands. I just can't get over that.
Yeah, controversial to say, but I don't think Manos, the Hands of Fate is very good at dispensing its lore very well.
We have to make this blood sacrifice for our dear Lord God, Pancreas.
Yep.
No, it would be the Spanish word for pancreas, which is, I don't know. I didn't take Spanish in high school.
I don't know either, even though I did take Spanish. I blocked that all out of my memory, just like Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Ask her girlfriend for the answer.
That's true. She knows a lot of Spanish.
But yeah, no, it's just it's Manos, man.
Yeah,
it's Manos.
Manos.
Behold, man.
Yeah.
Os.
And like I brought up the parallel that like in terms of else for the plot, there's like the master who's like the one in charge of it all and doing like the sacrifices. It's like, okay, so we have to have a master in like a weird cloak with a mustache who has a brainwashed servant man who's taking care of the house, and then he also has a bunch of random brides.
Yeah, that really threw me off.
And also, he's sleeping on what looks like a coffin. It's a Dracula parallel.
Yep.
Which is really funny that you pointed that out this time around, because I never made the connection. I was just like, I guess it is like Dracula. But again, I never made that connection because I like Dracula, because it's bad, and then Manos is bad.
True.
And also, they don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
What do the brides do in the movie? Nothing. They do
they
something.
They had a slap fight. There's a lot of slapping in this movie. Which makes sense, because you slap with your hands.
Of course.
But it's just like they have a random argument about whether or not they want to kill a child, so they start slapping each other.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they need to kill a child. Why? Because they need to kill a child.
It's very funny out of context.
They need to kill.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
When
something.
one of the wives is just like, we can't kill a child, and the other one's like, yes, we can.
Yeah, like yeah, fuck it, why not?
That's not hyperbole either. That's the literal line.
True.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very easy, actually.
Oh, I did want to mention one thing I actually like genuinely liked about the Master is that like when he opens up his like cloak, there's a design on the inside of his cloak, and the design is hands. And I thought, you know what, that's cool. That's a cool costume. That's like the one positive feeling I had towards the movie that wasn't ironic.
You had a lot of those though.
Yeah, I had a lot of ironic enjoyment.
Yeah, you know, I thought you would be more miserable watching this, but then as we were watching, I realized that I was less miserable than I thought I was gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, oh, we're actually having fun. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Again, group setting.
True, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even the first half, which was like more boring to me, like I wasn't necessarily miserable. I was just kind of like confused. Like, okay, is this gonna go anywhere? Like, why is this so like it's bad, but I don't know why it's like infamous yet. And then just everything collapsed into chaos, and I was like, okay, I get it.
all the pieces fell, and it made sense
Yeah.
in that it doesn't make sense.
Yep. What a movie.
That's exactly what I say
Yep.
whenever I watch this movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
what a
infamous
movie.
for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah, it is infamous for a reason.
You know, we haven't really actually talked about. Oh, we did talk about Torgo, but like, what he's actually doing, and what he's actually doing is making a whole lot of weird twitching movements the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He cannot stand still. He's always like jerking some part of his body around like he's an awkward nerd at prom.
Yeah.
Good anime fan
Again.
on prom night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a performance.
Yeah.
Not a particularly good one, but a performance.
He's
Like,
trying.
he is trying.
Yep.
And I swear I thought his theme song played a lot more often, but I guess it doesn't. Which we get more of like the tittering piano, which I guess now is as any good. Yeah, I guess now is as any good a time as ever to talk about the music. Like
What a score! John Williams could never.
he
Yeah.
he couldn't.
It sounds like they showed the movie to the composers and said, "Okay, now do music right now," without actually writing anything down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nothing. The music does not match with any of the scenes. It's just like piano music that just keeps playing the whole movie, and like it's never different at any point. It's
Yeah.
something.
The slap fight happens, and there's just improv jazz now.
Yep.
It is the score of all time.
And then we have the glorious Torgo theme, which is glorious. Like,
Yes.
how could you not get it stuck in your head? I got it stuck in my head all week after watching it. It was.
Dun,
It
dun,
was
dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
It's a score that, well, it is memorable. Is it good? That's a different
Well, it's
question.
memorable.
It's
Yeah.
memorable. That's what's important.
True.
They should do a Deltarune remix of the Torgo theme.
They should. Then it'll be its chance to be a big shot.
True.
Well, Torgo's already a big shot.
That's true. You know, Torgo is like Diane Foxington.
That's true because they both make deals. Wait, does Torgo make a deal? I don't know.
I mean, I guess maybe he was brainwashed into making a deal, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Sure.
And we're saying he was brainwashed because, spoiler for a 50-year-old movie. No, not even 50, almost 60-year-old movie. So the family does not escape, and they get brainwashed and taken in by the master.
Yep.
We don't know if the child dies, though.
Yeah, which was
Probably off screen.
Yeah.
But we just kind of see her in, like, the gown that all the other wives are in, which is like, what?
That was concerning, yeah, because I thought, like, the women who became his wives, like, died, and then they were his wives. So I was like, does he want a child bride? What? What's going on?
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Manos lore.
Do the kids die and then turn into adult women?
Maybe?
Does it have to be a little girl? Like, if you kill a little boy, does he also come back as an adult woman?
What was Torgo the previous father of the previous family?
Probably.
Maybe.
Because at the end, Michael, the main character, he's now the new Torgo.
Like, I thought it was like the Renfield thing, where it's like, oh, he's taken in by Dracula now, so now he's the evil guy. He has to, like, watch over the place. He's the henchman.
Yeah, exactly.
And now Torgo's dead, so now we have to get the new guy.
Yeah. So many questions Manos raises. That's the sign of a brilliant film.
It just keeps you thinking.
You know what you raise when you have a question?
Your hands. No way.
Your Manos.
True.
Your Manoses.
You know, I was waiting all month to be able to tell James what Manos means, and the reaction did not disappoint me.
No, it didn't.
I'm glad. I'm glad we saved it for the podcast, like when we were recording.
No, of course. That's what you need, the live reaction, the live Manos reaction, if you will.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, is there anything else we have to say about Manos?
We watched this via like the second disc of the MSCK episode, and for the record, like the print quality is bad, obviously.
Very
because like
bad.
you can tell they just found it in like a random like warehouse somewhere. Like it is beat up. There's a lot of grain and noise. The visual quality makes things look purple. But like, you know, it looks like the authentic Grindhouse experience. But as I found out while looking it up, they did actually apparently find the original 60mm print somehow. I don't know why that would still exist in the 2010s, but apparently they found it back like 2010 or whatever, and they did a restoration, and Synapse Films put it out on Blu-ray fully restored back in 2015. So if you want,
of course they did.
So if you want to own Manos: Hands of Fate in pristine quality for some godforsaken reason, there you go. Why you'd want it in pristine? I feel like the shitty quality adds to it.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does, because it's a shitty movie. You kind of want it in like the shittiest quality possible to really add to the layers of it being shitty. Like
I want to see the bad cuts. It makes it funnier.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
unless it also skips in those versions, maybe it was just bad editing. I don't know.
Nah.
Manos bad editing,
Never.
please.
It's like there was one point where we're watching where James said like the audio got a little distorted there, and I don't know if that was just the movie or just the print. And I was like, I don't know, and I don't feel like spending $18 to find out.
It was probably the print, but I'm going to choose
$18.
to believe it was the movie. That it was a stylistic choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Torgo
$18.
himself.
Yeah, Torgo did that.
Well, I mean, it is a boutique label.
Yeah, okay.
And they do have multiple special features.
That's also fair.
Yeah, they have the hands featurette.
Yay!
Oh, they're really squeezing every ounce of the hands they can get.
And you know how you squeeze things?
How do you squeeze things, William? Tell me.
By clicking like, comment, subscribe.
Yay!
Which you do with your hands!
Oh, no!
Hey, you know what your mouse cursor turns into when you hover over a button you can click on?
Hands.
Dear God.
Holy fuck. Manos.
James, what's your favorite type? James, what's your favorite Pokemon type?
I don't know. Fire.
Fire? What's your favorite fire Pokemon?
I don't know. I like Volcarona. He doesn't have hands. Sorry, I don't know where you're going.
I was hoping somehow that would be go with the fire fighting types, because the icon for fighting type Pokemon is a.
You know what? That was a good attempt. You know what? I'll give you that.
I only said it because I got the Pokemon Happy Meal that's out again, because they do the Pokemon cards all the time, and I was looking at a Pikachu.
True. Yeah, the fighting type does have hands. That's accurate.
What cards did I get? What cards did I get again? I got the Hollow Oil Pikachu promo, and then a Curlia, Palmy, and Kilowatch. Wait, Palmy?
Yeah.
Pause!
Whoa!
Oh, wait, no, you said Palmy, but you didn't say Palm?
Well, the Pokemon's name is Palmy.
Oh.
Nice.
Because it has big paws. And what are paws if not just animal hands?
Good point.
That is That is their technical definition.
Also, its first attack is light punch.
Ooh, and you know what you punch with? Okay, William, I got a question for you. What's your favorite boss from the Super Smash Bros. Series?
Holy shit! King of Bowser has hands!
Exactly.
Yeah, because his new Final Smash is he punches you.
Wow.
Oh.
True.
Oh god, it all comes back to hands.
Yep.
What's your well, you know my favorite Doofenshmirtz backstory?
The one with huge hands.
Yeah, that one.
The hands. Oh man.
Good lord.
Hands are everywhere.
It never stops.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna go on forever if we let it.
Yeah, if we don't let it. Well, one more thing. Hey, remember the villain in part 4 of JoJo? Yoshikage Kira?
Mm-hmm.
What did he have a fetish for?
What?
Penis.
Yeah, penis. And what do you grab the penis with?
Holy shit.
Oh, well,
Wow.
gentlemen, to bring it back into reality, and by reality, I mean this podcast, yes, William, as you mentioned, we watched this on the second disc of the Manos, the Hands of Fate Mystery Science Theater 3000 Special Edition. Because
both of us own it.
Because both of us own it. Yeah, this is one of those opportunities where, well, I guess every episode we've had so far, you own like the similar version, as we said, Showgirls, like 4K. But
well, that was also deliberately for the podcast. This was just, we just both happen to own this already.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a coincidence. But yes, we have it. Obviously, the main attraction of this DVD is the actual episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 where Joel and the bots actually watch the movie. Now, that's the version of the movie I am most familiar with. That's the one I grew up watching. Yes, I have seen the episode multiple times, which means I have seen Manos, the Hands of Fate, multiple times. So maybe some things make sense about me now.
Now, you said that like when we first started watching that you were confused about where it started. Where does the MST3K episode start?
I swear to God, I thought there's like a scene where like you just see the car like driving down a road and then it like cuts to them like in the car stopped. Like they have to show the all important scene of them driving up before they're stopping, you know?
Maybe
like,
they just like edited a different shot of them on the road to before that just so they had more time to like get to their seats and make a joke.
Maybe that's what it was. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
I couldn't either because I haven't watched the episode in like 5 years.
Yeah, so, but the episode is comedy classic. I love the episode of the show because, well, just seeing Joel and the bots like complain about this movie just fills me with so much joy because it's funny. Some of my favorite lines are when Joel's like, you know, you guys remember the scene when like Torgo's like struggling to get up and it takes like 5 minutes. Like that scene had Joel just going like, do something, because I mean, it's the all important Torgo getting up scene. We had to include that.
Yeah, of course.
And he gets up multiple times in the movie.
Yeah.
The dad only gets up once though.
No, yeah, because he's not very good at what he does,
Yeah.
and that is be the main character. We were rooting for Torgo more times than the main character.
Because he's the best character.
He is the best character, exactly. So, I mean, I think it's pretty apt to say that I'm keeping this DVD in the collection. Not only is it hilarious that it comes with 2 versions of the movie, that being the episode version where the Joel and the bots actually watch the movie, and the actual movie itself. Like, I didn't think they would do that. Like, I don't think they do that on other DVDs. I mean, they might, but
I think it might also be
really
because this is also one of the ones where like it's a one movie DVD. Because the other ones usually they do like 4 episodes in one.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no, I'm definitely keeping this DVD. What's your final say on this DVD in your collection, William?
I mean, it's a famous bad movie and an episode of a show, so either way, there's no reason for me to get rid of it.
Yeah, no,
it's a DVD, so I have it in a binder and not on the shelf. So it's not taking up any extra space.
Yeah, I'm definitely not buying that Blu-ray. Like, I think this is a very funny movie. I could watch it again with friends, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're watching it by yourself, don't. Like, if you're watching the MSTVK episode, fine, that's fine. But, like, if you're just watching this by yourself, you're not going to have any fun. But if you're doing a group bad movie night, yeah, that works perfectly fine. That's why the movie survived this far into cult fandom.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the only way you reasonably should be watching this movie. Unless you're, like, a historian or something. But, like, that's a different thing altogether.
Exactly. And James, I imagine you don't own this on any physical media.
No,
The only thing he owns physically is Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah. Well, I have a few other movies on DVDs from when I was younger, but
oh yeah, like Epic.
I do have Epic. Thank you, William. I get
yeah, for reminding
got
you
so
that
much,
you own Epic.
so much use out of that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like that one time where like I threw it inside of your house and then ran away.
Yeah, this happened. Yeah, this did happen. But yeah, can't say I own Manos the Hands of Fate physically, sadly.
Yeah. That's okay. We can't all be perfect.
Yeah.
One day in the not-so-distant future, James may open the door because he hears knocking. Suddenly, a 4K copy of Shrek the Third will show up in his window, and I'll be running to my car.
No, it's my worst nightmare. No.
You're right.
Yeah,
that would require them to do a 4K of Shrek the Third, but they would never do that. They did it earlier this week.
Oh, what? Oh my god, I wasn't informed.
Actually, it might have happened like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I only checked Best Buy this week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's even more evil than Manos the Hands of Fate.
They did Shrek the 4 and 4K before fucking Road to El Dorado. What the fuck?
Why?
Oh, and before Titanic.
Man.
But that's just funny.
Yeah.
Olivia's listening to this episode and she's pissed now.
Yeah. We're laughing at you, Olivia.
And she's gonna yell at us afterwards.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I'm gonna laugh anyway.
Yeah, well, it's funny, objectively. So.
Yep.
You're saying it's funny when Olivia yells at us.
Yeah. I think it's funny. Oh, well, is there anything else we have to say about Manos the Hands of Fate before wrapping up, boys?
I mean, I would argue we didn't even have to say anything about it anyway. It's a famous movie.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
infamous movie.
It exists.
Infamous.
It happened.
What?
It does.
Have we added anything to the conversation? No, but who cares?
Nope.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yep, the funny. That's my review.
Torgo, my beloved.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, James, since it's been a while since you've been on the show, I'm going to let you go first. Please shout out your stuff. Where can people find you?
All right. You can find me on YouTube at Schaffrillas Productions. You probably already knew that, but yeah.
That's probably why you're here.
Probably. I'm on Twitter as well, and Letterboxd, where you can see my epic Manos the Hands of Fate review, where I talk about all this movie's incredible accolades, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Shafe Classic is my second channel. You should go there for YouTube poops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Nice. I knew all of these before, but still.
Wow.
William, I'd say shout out your stuff, but seeing as you're going to be on an episode like the episode after next. Yeah, and plus you've been on plenty of other episodes. Is it even like shout out something, William? Like it doesn't have to be something.
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Schaffrillas Productions.
Wow. Yep.
The worst part is that's only half of a joke.
Yep.
I love it. The only time I get motivation to work on my own stuff is when I'm at my other job.
Hooray.
And literally can't.
Oh,
man.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Why have I not made a video in 3 years? The economy.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta shake off your hands and make a video.
Yeah.
Dust off those hands, William. Get to cracking those knuckles.
On it.
Well, we're gonna see a lot of things crack in the 12 movies we're gonna have to watch soon.
Very true. Well, then I guess we should get to the wrap up. Boys, thank you so much for coming on today's episode and talking about the Hands of Fate.
Yeah, of course.
Hands, the Manos of Fate.
Woo!
Hands, the Manos of Fate.
Yep.
But But also, thank you, the audience, for listening to today's episode. If you want to support the show, give a like, give a comment, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or on YouTube. That's fine too. Also, keep an eye out for shorts. Also, keep an eye out for streams. Also, this is the last episode of September. I mean, I hope I'll get it done before October. But then, yeah, the next episode will be in October. It will not be with William. It'll be hopefully with Mr. Bamison. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But then the episode after next, me and William have something special planned.
And then what's happened to the episode after that? Well, then me and William have something special planned.
Yeah, but then the episode after that, well, I won't reveal anything yet. But
then after that one, William and Hal have something special planned.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what any of these are, but I can't wait to find out.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
me
boy.
too. I don't know either.
Well, there's 12 of them.
Yeah, there's 12 of them.
Which is a problem.
right.
There's supposed to be 13. There's your hint.
There's your hint. Thanks for listening. And always remember, Manos.
Manos.
Manos. The Manos. 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 Manos.
Meth.
The Manos of Faith. Bye, everybody.
Just cut it there.